Hello dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. I'm back in Sim Update 3 Beta, and I'm going to be testing the download option where you can download scenery and aircraft and modules directly on to your PC system. I'm on PC in this case. Still not sure if this works on Xbox. Can someone confirm that, if it does or not, in the comments? But I'm going to be testing it out in this video, seeing if it makes a difference for myself. And it's also going to act as a bit of a guide for you if you're not sure how to download and install scenery and aircraft locally in Sim Update 3 Beta. And I'm also going to be telling you whether or not it's going to be useful for you to download scenery and aircraft, or whether you should just stream them. So let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, so before I get on with some tests, just a reminder, this is the Sim Update 3 Beta. It's not showing anything there, but it is the Sim Update 3 Beta version. So if you want to follow along, you need to be on that for this video. What we'll do, we'll just go to Marketplace, and we'll just go to My Library. Now currently, I'll do my test around London. It's one of the highest tin, or whatever, areas. Probably one of the most complex areas in terms of details and scenery, so it's a good test for this video. I think I'll be flying in the Cessna 182. You can see that's streamed at the moment. And if we go down to UK and Ireland, World Update 17, wasn't it? That's being streamed as well at the moment. So if I change it to streamed, you can see there. You can see that's being streamed. Also, I've got London Landmarks Pack. That's also being streamed, as you can see. I do have, when you have things installed, and I'll show you this later, they'll go into this folder. I've got a few things installed. These are things that I put into my community folder, or I've used Orbix Central, like the Spitfire Aeroplane Heaven Spitfire submarine there. Supermarine, not submarine. The Spitfire submarine, why not? Spitfire Supermarine by Aeroplane Heaven. That's installed, but it's installed via Orbix Central. This I put into my community folder. It doesn't work pro at the moment. The command sheet, of course, I put that into my community folder. That works well. And various other things. As you can see there. So those are generally things that have been put into my community folder. So I've done externally. So that's not going to be part of this test. Let's do a bit of streaming first. Before I do that, let me just show you my average internet speeds on screen. I'm using speed.com. As you can see, something like 70 megabits a second download. Not extremely quick. It does okay in flight sim. And upload, typically it's about 15 megabits. And I can live stream without kind of stutters with this internet. And even if I'm using Wi-Fi at the moment, even if I connect it with an Ethernet cable, it's still roughly equating to the same speeds. So nothing too fancy. Let's just take that off screen. That's just to show you my internet at the moment. So let's go to free flight. What I'm going to do, I'm going to choose a 2024 aircraft. Cessna 182Q. Links to this in the description. I'll also link in the description, for you my friends, a video on how to join the latest beta, if you've not seen it, and my video on reviewing basically Sim Update 3, or my video that I did recently on Sim Update 3, all linked in the description. So this is being streamed in now. I'm going to set off, of course, from London City Airport, Cessna 182Q. Set as departure. Zoom out a bit. And we'll start the flight. Oh. What's going on there? I can hear the sound jumping in and out. I don't know if you can hear that. It's not very helpful when it does that. Okay, never mind. It was just during that transition phase, as it were.
State Tower, Golf India Sierra November Oscar at runway 27, ready for departure.
Right. Now, I do have my multi-panel attached, so forgive me for a second just while I set an autopilot altitude. I can do the rest here. That's fine. Heading bug. Let's just bring it back to central. Remove those waypoint markers. And you can see London ahead of me there. Release the parking brake. And we'll give this a test. So this is just being streamed at the moment with my internet speeds that I showed you before. Now you've got to forgive this London City. This is Orbix London City. This is installed because I did it via Orbix Central. So it installed it directly into my community folder. And it's not brilliant. I'm waiting for an update for this. This is London City version 2 by Orbix. Wonderful scenery at the airport. As you'll see, once we get out, the waterways here are not the way they should be, shall we say. Let's just trim up a wee bit. Well, stick it on autopilot and heading mode, that'll do. Vertical speed, 700 feet per minute, fine. And we'll come that away. So just ignore this part first. This is just broken scenery, broken Orbix scenery. But once we get over London, we can start to see how it behaves being streamed in. Again, it's one of the highest tin areas. So we should get some kind of pop-in or scenery not loading straight away. Effectively, we should do. Although that's not always the case. Even with my internet, it seems to load quite well. And I'm not always flying over this part recently. I'm more towards Manchester I'm flying over in Liverpool. So it's not like I'm doing this day in, day out at the moment. There we go, I'll just calm that way. So how's it looking? So once again people, this is being streamed in. What's happening with my altitude there? It seemed a bit buggy when I came back in. And the aircraft itself is being streamed in. Now, I've had it over time with this internet where this is not streamed in properly, the aircraft. So I'll get to that point later. So the dials weren't streamed in. Is that altimeter correct? Well, we'll keep it there anyway. Just seems a bit high for 1,200 feet, but I guess it's okay. So looking at London area, yeah, well it's Murphy's Law, and it did this in my tests. I've been testing it over the weekend. It all seems to be immediately streamed in. It's not installed to the hard drive yet. London, well, World Update 17, so the London area. And London itself got a particular vast tin high density upgrade with World Update 17. Maybe a couple of pop-ins with buildings there. I did see a couple of pop-ins. I've got Orbix Landmarks pack installed as well. So you're going to see a couple of extra buildings. Yeah, you can see a little bit of pop-in with buildings there, or streaming in eventually when we get closer to them. Not much. Just take a look around. Try to find an area anywhere that's not loaded in, because that can often happen over London. Seems at the moment it's all playing ball. Or it's not playing ball for this video, it's all streamed. Ah, there we go. Did I just see? Let's just actually pause. Turn around quickly. No, it's... I thought I just saw on streamed in. Or scenery. There we go. Can you see that in the distance, how it's streaming in? I mean, to be fair, it's doing a grand old job, the internet. Ah, this in front of me is not, though. This is not fully realised. You can see crumpled buildings there. It's just active pause there. Actually, just keep flying, I think, rather than keep active pausing, because I want to get to areas quickly enough. so that I can catch up. Now, depending what aircraft you're flying, if you're flying a faster aircraft, you may have different results here. So when you're getting towards scenery, it's not quite streamed in. And I think that's where loading the scenery on your hard drive would be better. There we go, let's just do a quick turnaround, 180. You can see kind of scenery streaming. Oh! And it went a bit stuttery there as well, just for a moment. Can often happen regardless around London, that, especially when you get some way towards Heathrow. But it is behaving better as a whole. Bless him. Touch wood, saying that it's probably going to go all wonky on me now. There we go. I mean, that's streamed in. It's not perfect, it's not bad. But I could see some areas there as I was flying over hadn't quite streamed in. There we go. Just fly back a little bit, just see if we can catch any of these areas streaming in. So as you could take a look around, there's so much complexity around this area of London. So many intricate details here or there. Here and there, rather. We're bound to catch something else, one would think. Although, it's not... You can see it a little bit unrealised here. And now it's fully streaming in. So we're kind of caught bits and pieces. Can you see that? As we're flying towards it. Well, I'll tell you what, people. So that's being streamed. What we'll do now, we'll do a test where we download them directly onto our hard drive. Okay, so let's install a few things on our hard drive now. And this will act as a guide if you're not sure how to do this. You want to go to Marketplace. Go back, because some people may not. So remember, you have to be in Sim Update 3 Beta to do this. Marketplace. My library. So Marketplace, my library. And to be sure, go to the streamed tab up here to show what you're streaming in. All will show everything. Streamed will obviously just show what you're streaming in. I want to choose that, and I want to download the Cessna 182Q. I also want to download, let's just see, World Update 17, UK, United Kingdom and Ireland. See if that's improved. You can see how much it's going to take on my hard drive already. I also want to download London's Landmarks London City Pack. It's a mouthful, isn't it? So that'll be 17 gigabyte altogether. Once you've selected, so you can select multiple at a time. And they should be highlighted, as you can see, kind of a darker blue. So if we go down to that one, you can see that's a darker blue. And Landmarks London City Pack. Once you've done that, just click download. And it will download wherever you've installed Flight Sim 2024. Now, if you go to the Downloads tab, same 15, because under the World Update, there's 13 items within that World Update. So as you can see, it's starting to download, I would hope. Let's just give this a second. This should be downloading. Ah, there you go. It's downloading the big one first. So I'm not going to keep you here while it downloaded. I'll let them finish and I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm just a few minutes into my download, but I wanted to cut back in. What happened was it started to download everything at once, so let's just take that back up. Started to download this and this together. What you can do, you can click on each one and pause. So this is downloading at the moment. Let's just click on that one. There we go. So if I wanted this to pause and I wanted to download this first, I can click pause here and download the other item. Depending on your internet speed, I mean my previous internet speed was blindingly fast and I would have this downloaded by now within a few minutes. My internet speed at the moment is quite average, so it's going to take a while. It's downloading each item at a time. So it's almost downloaded Cork Airport there, as you can see. let that go a bit further just to show. Come on, don't pause on me now. There you go. So it's downloading this now. That's almost paused. And then it will download the rest. It's downloading this as well at the same time. So it's downloading various... So I guess you could click on each one, even of these, and pause each part of the world update. But I'm going to let it resume downloading the whole world update. Then I'll resume, click on these and resume the rest of these so it downloads that. So depending on your internet speed, you're probably better downloading one item at a time. So select one item, one area, download it, and then select another area. You know, I assume that will give you the most optimal speeds in downloading. Anyway, still a little bit further to go. I'll bring you back when it's completely done. So the downloads are finished and I've actually installed them. Now it looks like I've missed a step for you there because there is an important step. I recorded this part before and then I got insane stutters flying around London. And I still think there's a memory leakage in the sim, either VRAM or memory generally. Leave the sim running, the worse it performs. At least it does seem to happen on my side. Maybe it's something I'll come back to in the future. And remember, I'm in Sim Update 3 beta at the moment, so that should be improved. Once these are downloaded, you'll see a thing like this ready to install. This is the next step you should take. So I've just downloaded another pack, City Update 10. What you want to do, when it's downloaded, left click on it, select it, and then click install. What should happen? It shouldn't take a few seconds. It will now move to your install folder, and as you can see, it's installed along with the other 3 packs that I showed you before that I downloaded. I just did the same thing, went to downloads, clicked on each one of them and installed them, and now they're installed on my hard drive. Hope that makes sense. So you download them, they'll be in this folder, click on them and click down here, it will say install, and then they should move to your installed items, as you can see there. Let's give this another try. There's only so much patience I've got with this at the moment, people. I must be doing other things with my life currently. I've got other things that I should be doing now. With the greatest respect, I just mean work type thing, life type things that I really need to get on with. So I'm going to click London City Airport again. This is now installed to the hard drive. World Update 17 is installed on my hard drive. So London City Airport, let's go fly. See how long this takes. Yeah, pretty quick. Pretty quick. So, oh, I don't have my multi-panel active at the moment. Oh, dear. Now what am I doing there? I'll set my altitude down here the old-fashioned way then. And then come down here. And get my heading buckle. Oh, good grief, that is slow without the multi-panel. Never mind, I just don't have it. I didn't enable it when I restarted the sim, but that's okay, that's fine. Remove the waypoints, throttle up, and we'll take a look at London. Now, if it does stutter here, people, I'm going to keep probably the recording in just to show you my voice will cut out slightly when that happens. We'll just get up to speed here, take off and stick it into autopilot. And we'll see if London looks any better. I did look back on my recording as things were downloading, just to see, and I could see a bit of streaming in going on around me when I had London streamed. Only a little bit, but it was there. Right, heading selected. Vertical speeds, fine. Bring that heading bug around and we can leave it there. And we can fly over London. Now ignore this part, this is Orbix version 2 EGLC. All this sort of waterway, it just needs updating on their side. I don't know, I may remove it because I'm not keen on that sort of, if you look behind me there, the water around London City. Looks pretty terrible, doesn't it? Let's concentrate ahead of us. And I just want to see... So I've got Landmarks London City Pack and UK World Update 17, UK and Ireland. Or UK and Northern Ireland, rather. No, UK and Ireland. I had it right the first time. Installed. So we'll see if that's giving us any benefit in terms of things being immediately in rather than streaming in. Look ahead there, in fact. Look beside me. It's looking good so far. I don't see anything sort of being streamed in slowly or suddenly. You got to think that you're probably going to have to download the whole sim, anything related to London and the UK, to not see anything streamed in at all. This is just, so it's just basically the World Update 17 is certain points of interest and tin and goodness knows what. It feels better. It feels like there's less popping or streaming in going on around me. Let's just fly over the main sort of landmarks here and see what happens. It may stutter a little bit, but like I said, we'll have to go with this one. Yeah, I don't know. You have to look at both recordings I've made. One where I was streaming, and now this is installed, or World Update 17 is installed, and Landmarks London City Pack, of course. Little bit going on to the side of me there. That's what I'm saying. You would have to install absolutely everything to do with the UK and London. And I still think there's going to be one or two little bits or pieces streamed in. I think that's a slight improvement. Now, if you're like me, you've got a decent internet where Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is concerned, and when you're streaming, you normally get results streamed in straight away or near enough straight away. Is it worth installing scenery? I don't think so specifically for me. I'm basically doing this as a test, and I'll probably uninstall it after this, because I don't think it's given me much benefit. But for those of you who are getting bad results when trying to stream Flight Sim 2024, it might be worth, as you can see, it's better, it's definitely better. It might be worth downloading the areas and packs that you normally fly over, or that you want to fly over. You see that's suddenly streamed in around me there. So I've not got everything downloaded. That's there, you can see it's streaming in ahead of me. I think that's more to do with the sim. When you turn your view, it's going to load in the areas where you're flying towards or where you're looking towards, regardless of whether you have it installed or not. But it should help if you're having streaming issues around busy areas like this. See ahead there, that's a good example. Well, let's just come back around. Oh dear, it's really, actually I've got my heading bug. A button's on my velocity XPC yoke. I almost misnamed you there, XPC yoke. Definitely feels better. What is definitely going to help with me is that sometimes when I pop in the aircraft, the dials are not streamed in. If my internet's having a bad day, or I think it's the Cessna 15152 does that. I pop into the aircraft, some of the dials are not fully realised or not streamed in. Now, if I've got them installed, I think what I will do is install my aircraft that I use regularly. I think that's going to help me. In terms of scenery, I get results, good results both ways. There you go. I think I'm going to leave it there though. I think I'm getting better results with it installed slightly, but I get good results regardless. Let me know your own thoughts and results in the comments. You've got to be on Sim Update 3 beta to enable installation of areas. So keep that in mind. Give it a try. Let me know your own results in the comments. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you soon.